live stream now with commentary on Wednesday and Friday morning, so look forward to the tiny face cam and some actual audio. I'm going to be continuing on journal pages. We're all the way up to page 8, and so I thought I would flip through and show you what we have so far. Page 1, and you can see the progression also, and these are taking anywhere from a little under an hour to about an hour and 20 minutes. I'm live on YouTube and on Twitch, and it's good to finally be back to that. Where are we at? 3? That's page 3. None of these have names, but I do want to put some, maybe some inspirational ocean quotes on the back sides of these pages, so as you flip through, it's an artistic experience. This one I like the sun rays. Also, as I do more live streams with commentary, I am going to be doing self-critiques also, because I feel like that would be helpful for everybody. And I'm trying to mix up some of the compositions on these as well, because there's going to be 24 of them. I don't want them to all be this kind of thing, where the horizon line is somewhere in the middle here, but not directly in the middle, and then with the setting sun. So I want to mix it up a little bit. This one I love. A lot of pastel colors, a lot of highlight. Primary focal point being the distant highlighted clouds right there. But I snuck in some tree shapes. And then here we are on page 8, all masked off and ready to go. I'm going to be doing a lot of adjusting today because everything is kind of getting reassociated with all of it. I'll show you our reference photo. That's what we're going for. I'm going to change the composition a bit. Gonna get some paint out. There's a lot of orange and reds in here, so I am gonna use the gold underpainting. And lately I've been I feel like I'm cheating with this fluorescent red. I'm just using the tiniest amount. Ultramarine blue. And for anyone who is super interested, I have a complete material list on my website. And I also have a complete material list and shopping list that you can check off in my ebook that's also on my website. Or in my link tree if you're on Instagram anyway. Cerulean blue. Titanium white. Kind of a giant blub right there. There is going to be some yellow. Get some yellow out. Starting with a clean palette this morning, even though the paper itself is not that clean. It's cadmium red medium. Are we missing something? We are missing something. I don't Maybe we'll use a touch of magenta, but I'm not anticipating it. It's just smear.
You can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy.
I'm going to start with my large filbert brush.
Could level you with
Touch
her
of
eyes.
water. I haven't really didn't do any horizon line drawing. I might do that. It's nice to not have to worry about some of these details. Now what's important about this pen is that it's alcohol ink, so it will not smear. I'm going to go with a low horizon line. And it disappears where the sun is, so I'm not going to draw it in right where the sun is.
Don't you ever dare to love anybody.
Okay. And if I remember for next time, I will put the reference image on Discord right before I start so that people can have access. Most of the reference photos that I've been using lately have been screenshots from various Instagram reels, from video footage, which is nice because that means not a lot of people are using them for anything. This cloud, big boy cloud right here. This one's super, super dark and it has this nice shape. I might make it a little bit bigger to emphasize it. And then there's some really pretty lighter clouds going up and then expanding. Keep that kind of loose. Back here. And then they go darker. And they're going to go up into the corners, and there's little light, loose clouds there, and then some. There. I think that's all we're going to need. Okay, now back to what I was saying with the underpainting. So I'm going to use the reference. I'm not just going to do a basic ground where the entire painting surface is just one color. I'm going to, the reason why I call it an underpainting is that I'm going to strategically put the hot colors down. So where I see bright reds, I'm going to pull from the bright red and put it right where I want it. And I'm just going to make sure get these colors where I need them. I am going to make sure that the sunspot is in the very beginning. Another thing that I'm going to be conscious of is the direction of all these brush strokes. Even on this first step, I want all the brush strokes going in a meaningful direction. Right now you'll notice I'm using a lot of transparency and water on this paper, and I can do that because we are painting on paper. So that's an important thing to note. You can get away with a lot more when you're painting on paper. when it comes to how much water you're putting on. Right there is going to be where our sun lives. I think we can put a touch of yellow right here also. I grabbed my smallest point brush to do this part. Blending it out into that red, washing off the red, and then coming back and blending again. I'm gonna do this part kind of quickly. All right, pretty happy with that. There's the white and that sun reflection. And blending that yellow in while I'm at it. Just crossing it over a little bit here and there. I'm going to come back to this fluorescent red area and I'm going to make it a little bit stronger where I feel the reference photo calls for that. Dog hair number 2. I feel like this should be a little softer over at the end here. There's going to be more clouds there. So I'm putting in all the hot colors first. Okay, back to this color. Back to our gold. I'll lighten that up and blend it with that pink that's in the water. Now I'm going up, I'm adding a little bit of yellow. rotate this filbert brush a lot to get the shapes that I want. Thicker paint in the corners. And then blending it back down. I'm going to add some spots of yellow also. Okay, I feel like that's all the warm colors that we need. Now I'm going to lay all the cool colors on top. Starting with the darker cloud colors. So I'm going to take my small flat brush. And that's going to be a mix of ultramarine, cerulean blue, take a touch of magenta. I'm going to mute it down just a hair with the gold. Oop, too much. The nickel azo gold is a really powerful pigment. That's why I like using it. You do not need much to mute your colors. Okay, that's almost about right. Now I need more of it. A little bit more ultramarine. Almost there. I feel like that is maybe just a little bit of a darker version for the corners. Go straight purple in the corners and then go back over it with the muted color. Maybe. All right, happy with that. Now it seems like this is dry enough. Pretty dark. Okay. Let's see, if that is a big enough difference. Not too much. I'll lighten that up a bit. As these clouds get a little bit lighter, they're also a little bit warmer in color. I'm gonna make sure that a lot of that underpainting shows through. Okay, now lighter again for the next round. All right. This color I'm going to be using in the ocean. Just forgot the earbud. It's very disorienting to not have that. Okay. And that's pretty much the darks and the clouds. Now I'm gonna paint in that real dark guy. Now it does glow red at the bottom, so I'm going to be careful with that. I'm going to use a real light touch. As it gets further away from the sun, it gets a little bit more muted. I'm also going to add more of this warm color here. That was not enough. More. When you're mixing with the brush, it's a lot of the paint goes up on the brush. So you kind of have to account for that. All right, here we go. That's perfect, I can see that. A little bit more muted as we go away. That's all still wet, so we can mix it in. Okay, now, warmer. This is the primary focal point too, so I want to pay attention to this. Oh yeah, that's nice. There's a lot of atmosphere at the horizon line. This purple. So I'm just gonna dry brush blend it in. Probably pick up this little point brush and blend in the edges so that it's looks more like fog, like diffusion. So that blend is a little bit smoother. I think in the original there's some mountains back there that the sun's setting over, but I'm not sure if I'm going to add that on ours. Well, let's just see how that looks. It would have to be a lot warmer right where the sun is. I'm not going to do it on both sides, I'm just going to do it on the one side. I feel like it fits. Do you want it to be a little bit darker on the edge? And then a tiny bit lighter on the sun side. Gonna go ahead and fade that out all the way. Maybe I should bring it back, the mountain back up on the other side. I'm having a hard time deciding. It's tricky, but not impossible. Like it. It's nice. While I have this little brush, I'm gonna add a little bit more of this red to the cloud, this main cloud here. Adjusting that red on the edge there. gonna work on this fog, the horizon fog. Okay, I think I'm done messing around with that horizon area. That's pretty much exactly where I want it to be. I'm gonna put some of this blue that we've been working with in the ocean before I mix the cerulean color that we're gonna be using. Purple will probably be the darkest value on the sand too, is what I'm thinking. Feeling a little bit darker, like the color of this corner. I have to mix it though. Okie dokie. I love flat brushes because they give me a lot of shapes. Okay, happy with that. Now I think comes the cerulean. Here we go. I'm not gonna rinse this brush out super good because The muddy color is just fine. Not that much paint either way. I want to mix a little bit of gradient so that I can pull from different saturations of this color. We need our lightest spot and the darkest spot. Not sure where I want to put this yet. Yep, don't know. Ye old water bottle. Now I'm in. Now I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, there. Now I'm cleaning it out all the way. Has to be done. And I think I don't have any aqua out. And the aqua usually lives somewhere right about here. I don't always use it. It's occasional. That's about our lightest color, I think. All right. Let's see, I'm gonna make sure to leave a lot of this open for those little clouds, the light colored clouds. Could have possibly put a little bit of light yellow white in to keep track of these a little bit better as I put in the blue. But oh well, here we are. Either way, I'm going to have to go back and do that work next. Lighten that up as we go towards the sky. I don't mind some brush strokes. I don't need it to be... I'm actually not a big fan of smooth blends. I like seeing brush strokes. I like them to be going in the right direction. Just usually radiating out from the focal point here. Adding just a touch of yellow, some more white, and I'm going to be dry brushing into this cloud, foreground cloud. Not foreground cloud, I mean, I guess it would be the closest cloud to us. A little bit of dry brushing there. Some more blending here. Great. Now I'm going to add just a hint of purple. Maybe that's more than a hint, but that's okay. Because I'm going to add this color to the ocean. Pretty watered down, because when that warm color shows through here and there, it's a good thing. And I'm using a pretty stiff flat brush so I can kind of drag the color around and blend it on the paper. Using the texture of the paper, it blends. And we're just working in lots and lots of layers. Transparent layers. Picked up a brighter blue. This is a pretty flat ocean. It's not a lot of anything going on. It's got to be tropical. As the paint dries, you can see what it decided to do, and chances are it'll be painted over a few times before it's just right. That. Following along the reference photo pretty closely now, but at some point you have to know when to step away. That point is kind of hard. You get a little bit of tunnel vision sometimes, and it might not even matter. Right here is a little less blue, a little bit more white reflection, and that's going to go up into reflection of the sun right there, which I'm going to put back in. With my point brush. Whoa. There we go. Might add a little bit of that white yellow real lightly on top here, and that's creating lead lines that go to our focal point. Which is a nice touch. bring some of that yellow back. That sunspot too. We can define this little reflection point a little bit better, I think, by firstly making the white a little bit more thick. Paint that is. And then I can bring the blue up around it. Oh, dog hair number 3. That blue's a little bit dark. It's okay. Oh yeah, I like that. That's looking good. I love that light blue to light yellow combination is really pretty. There we go. That's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna work back on this area. What would be the front foam reaction? Reflection? Not reaction. I guess it's reaction of the sun. A little bit yellow white here. Touch of a white border. Alright, that's our illusion of sea foam there. It is just such a flat, calm ocean though. Just not a lot of that going on. Okay, now sand. Sand color. it to be dark. And warm. Let's see. It's almost there. Well, the color is correct. Very edge, it's a little bit lighter and a little bit more muted. And that's fine. Touch warmer right in that sun reflection. Adding some highlights and more texture. And I feel pretty happy with that. I might put a little bit of yellow in the seafoam reflection. Yeah, that's going to be too strong. Okay, now that should be good. Whoops. Remain calm. It all is going to be okay. I just have to wait for that to dry. That part right there. Okay, what are we thinking? We're gonna need to do the clouds. Now that that blue is all dry, that's gonna be fine to do that now. I guess I'm gonna use a filbert, small filbert. So I'm gonna take white, kind of dry brush it in areas. Now these clouds they're more white towards the sun, and then they become yellow, and then they turn into that gold color. So I'm going to try to stay on that sunward edge. Sunward edge. Sunward edge works. Okay. See, I'm trying to ignore the position of the clouds for the reference photo and just do what I think looks good for the painting. It's so hard to do that sometimes. It must be different sides of the brain or something like that. It's gotta be. I'm gonna overlap the areas that are yellow, like the edges, and the blue. This is a good time for anything that you didn't like about your sky blend. Kind of just put a cloud there, fix it up. Pretty much the entire edge towards the sun. More white. I'm also gonna get rid of a lot of hard edges. I mean, there's a faint amount of white just up in here and up in maybe there, but honestly it's not that opaque. I'm gonna blend that down. It's more subtle. Okay, I got this little whimsy guy going down. He might need a friend. And as the paint dries and becomes more transparent, I'm gonna add other layers. Okay, there. Now he's not alone. I don't want that whole thing to be lighter, just a little bit. Just a touch. Let's see. Kind of just have to let it talk to you. Oh my god, Ath! I didn't see you there. I hope you weren't like helloing for a million years or anything. Welcome. Hi. I'm so glad that you like saw some sort of alert notification. I don't know what works and what doesn't work anymore. But yeah. Hello. Hello, and I hope you can hear me. Because I haven't had anybody to tell me, hey, like, I can't hear you. You just got here. Well, that's okay. I mean, like, these little paintings have not been taking me very long. So don't think I've been here all day or anything. This has just been, an hour. So like no big thing. I'm gonna do another one. Oh, good. All good. You can hear me. Oh, look. Tour of new house. There was many reasons why I was gone for a millennia, but the old house was being reclaimed by the earth, and the new house is, well, exactly what we needed. I don't know if you heard, California went through some silly storms. President came down, the whole thing. And yeah, I think the old house would have just like pancaked down into a big wet sponge. So it was mandatory. But this is oh so good. It's bigger. It's bigger, so my bedroom isn't in this room, which is fantastic. But I mean, like, the refrigerator is still really close by, but that's okay. Now the studio space is between the kitchen and the living room office instead of just in the mega room, which was the old house. So yeah, it's fantastic. It was the way to go, the only way to go. So anyway, yeah, how are you? How are things going? And like not only like the house upgrade, but the streaming setup is finally like normal. Want to call it normal instead of my computer being, you know, like across the entire room. It's right here and the monitor is right here and I can reach the keyboard, the whole 9 yards. It's amazing. So I'm gonna put the warm, well, I guess I'm gonna put the warm oranges on the back side of those clouds. Mix that right here. And then I got the face cam working again too because Hallison knitted me a hat and I'm really excited to wear it because it's still as cold as it's been all winter. School and such. Busy. Good. It's good to be busy. Keeps you going. So I am going to be doing a art trade, and also I'm going to kind of open up to art trades more because that's fun and engaging. So, I mean, obviously, like the person that I'm trading art with has to like something in my direct genre, which is like landscape, coastal forest, but if somebody makes stuff, I'm gonna have to like put this on the website and make parameters or something like that, but I am definitely up for barter art trade because it's fun. Yeah, art trade's fun. I like it a lot, and we could definitely do it probably through Discord. That would be a good place to do it. And I mean, we can get so much fun stuff. And it starts with the beanie. All right, this is gonna be the back of these clouds, I believe. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Less overlap though, going back that direction. And I'm just gonna like touch it on there. I guess this would be considered dry brushing, I suppose. Oh, also don't ask about Whale Hat. Whale Hat is not here right now. I think Whale Hat is in the costume bin, which possibly is under the house. I'm not saying it'll never come back. I'm just saying I don't have it available right now. I also don't have any of the infrastructure for that kind of thing. So audio streams are going to be on Wednesday and Friday right now because it has to be when Tyler is in school. there's a chance that I can rig it to be more like afternoon. So like a Saturday afternoon. But I'd have to figure out something. It's like nobody wants to listen to cartoons in the background, do we? Do we want that? I don't know. Right. Yeah, like occasionally, occasional speaking, that seems fine, but not like full blown, Gravity Falls marathon in the background. I'm just not sure how much the background music could cover up that. It's not magic. And neither are these microphones. They are also not magic. Not yet. It'd be nice. Gravity Falls is amazing. Tyler's he's on a big Gravity Falls kick right now, which I approve. I tell you what though, we got to the last episode 2 days ago and he cried. We both cried. I'm not gonna say I didn't cry. We both cried so many tears. I mean, everything works out okay in the end. But there was a moment. They're not just depressing, they're like really intense. And they could have helped it out a little bit by being like, oh, remember your parents? You must miss your parents. You're gonna go back and see your parents. And they're like, no. They're like, no, they literally didn't mention their parents the whole time. Also, did they imply that those kids' parents were possibly getting pawned off on their uncle all summer because they were like going through some sort of relationship issues or something? Or did I just like read into that a lot? Gravity Falls, spoiler alert. Just in case anybody who was gonna see that hasn't seen that. Yeah, I feel like it was more than just you should go outside more. Go up to Oregon. I feel like I've been in that forest, by the way. They had no contact with them whatsoever. They're like, oh, finally. Vacation from our twin children. Never mention them ever. Not one time. Seems healthy. They're like, oh man. I really miss when Mom used to cook me breakfast. Yeah, freedom. We can pretend like they don't exist for, what was it, like 3 months? 2-3 months, something like that. If you're gonna be in that area of Oregon, though, it would have to be in the summertime for sure. I feel like is that where all the yellow goes? That's pretty much the end of the yellow, I think. Yeah, Oregon is pretty. It's that pretty too. Well, prettier than the cartoon. But if you've seen pictures of, if you do a quick Google image on Cannon Beach, that's on the Oregon coast. That's really pretty. The towns around there are not big. They're like little coastal towns. It reminds me of California coastal towns for sure. I lived in Portland for 4 winters. Did the whole live without a car thing. Oh man, I have not taken any B-roll of this painting at all. Maybe I should at least do that one time. I'm gonna do it with some orange. I feel like we should paint the next one too while we're at it. These come together so quick. Coastal towns are cute, except for the one that I live in. The one I live in is gigantic. And it's funny though, it feels like big town in the summer on the on-season when everybody's in the vacation rentals and just like the traffic is crazy and people are everywhere all the time. But then in the winter, it kind of feels more like a small town. You see the same people everywhere you go. You see the same cars. It kind of becomes more of a coastal town. But I tell you what, all the real estate is really, it's all taken. There's no like giant expanses. Not like in southern, when you go south of here or north of here, past San Francisco. Then it becomes more like what you're thinking. Yeah, off season is fine. Like right now is off season and it is manageable. And it is funny because you do see the same people a lot. Okay, I'm gonna blend over the yellow and over the orange. Great. If I can get one more tiny clip of some paint strokes before this one is done, I'd be happy with that. Between that and the tape peel, that should be okay. Sometimes you get more video footage than other times. And it's really a lot to manage. Oh, there, it's back. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to do a touch of white over that yellow. I think it will make it a little bit more luminous and pop a bit more. Which angle? This angle? Yeah, that angle. Oops, that's a photo. Don't need that. What's nice about the watercolor paper is it delivers nice texture. Is that one just about done? She pretty. Like a little, I mean, it definitely delivers the same feeling, which is good. You like it? Okay, so let me, I don't know. like to prime the edges for the tape peel. It's cheating. It's cheating, and it's also a pro tip. This is the behind the scenes content you came for. There. So, that's like dry enough. So that was 7, and I actually really love 7. I'm in love with 7. And I think it's not just the soft pastels and the really distant interest here, but I snuck some trees in there. I'm really into that. And then 6 is a apricot gal, apricot marmalade. Yeah, the lighter colors. Yeah, that and the trees. Honestly, I gotta sneak more trees into the next one too. Don't tell anyone. Okay, and then this one's freaking just a real pretty girl. I don't even know what number we're on anymore. But I had to do some palm trees. That was obligatory. It's not the same as the cypress trees though. I kind of wanted to mix it up, you know? As much as I love this formula, the whole like sun at a third, rays of light, you know, it gets, and then it's like every different sunset is different, has different colors, different saturation. This one I really like the movement of the waves. They're actual waves. A lot of the sunsets have been kind of like calm. Right. They really are. They're different colors. They're different shapes. And then this is number 1, which has like more, like, I don't know, thicker brush strokes, less fine marks, more broad marks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom, 8. And I think it's dry enough to flip it. Or hold on. Be right. I need to find the tape. Okay, got it. Dropped the music, oh my god. I'm not doing any time-lapse videos of these guys, just to simplify things. On the commentary streams, I'm not going to be time-lapsing the video footage because it's like the face cam, and then I might do a couple of paintings, so just kind of an editing nightmare. And no thank you on the editing nightmare. Okay, move these guys. Right? No. For the painting I'm gonna do for Hallison though, I'll probably do a time lapse of that. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. I hate doing the over promise just because I'm shifting my decisions all the time. No, I mean, you know, you gotta limit your editing nightmares because you're gonna have them. Stay. Is that straight? Me say no. It's not straight. I also like this journal because it's like gray. Did you see the cover? It's got a little bookmark, seafoam green, got a little strappy poo. It's neat. But like, I don't know if I'm gonna sell these individually or what. Or just do prints. There we go. I like it. I got it off of Amazon. And the scale seemed good. It's like great for those social media posts that are vertical. I have just been eyeballing the side pieces. I feel like it's fine. Like, not quite. A quarter of an inch. There we go. And then what are we on, 9? 9. I am gonna write that on there. Be consistent on our journeying. This one's gonna be right up against the bottom. And I'm just gonna super brandish the corners. I think since I'm at 9, I'm almost the halfway